Chow. Oh, boy, are we glad you're here. Big doings going on, so let's get started.
Welcome back to the second episode of Earful, a Disney World podcast. I am your host, Kate, joined once again by my co-host, Patrick.
Hello, I'm back.
Who is also my husband.
Yes.
Just to be clear.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sure there's confusion out there.
A little bit. I was confused last week.
Just last week?
Well, I mean, I'm always looking for upgrades.
So here we are in episode 2.
Hey, we're back. We're in episode 2.
How about
we made
that?
it 1 week, and we have had a great week with the launch. And Patrick, I have to say that people really noticed your Harrison Ford impression.
Is notice the word you're trying to use?
We're intrigued by, we're worried about your Harrison Ford impression. Is he going to be a reoccurring character on the podcast?
It depends what we talk about. I mean, it doesn't make it. If we're talking about Mickey, it doesn't make sense for me to just jump right into Harrison Ford.
So I can expect that if it's anything Star Wars related,
anything
he's going to make an appearance.
You say the word stars, I'm going to start doing
Stars.
it. Yeah.
He's back. We also found out that we are hosted on Podbean, and we have about 9 followers on there.
Yay!
Yay!
I wanted to do. Can we get? Are they Canadian like the last podcast we did? They were all Canadian listeners.
Oh, we just upgraded, so we'll be able to see that soon.
Excellent.
But here's the thing: we don't know who you are on Podbean.
Just say, see, here's the thing.
I almost did.
Okay,
I abbreviated.
Yeah, we don't know who you are.
We don't know who you are because the way it displays to us are these alphanumeric usernames. So if you follow us on Podbean, reach out to us on social media, let us know who you are, because we'd love to say thank you for following us in our first week. We also would like to thank all the people on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram for following us and joining in the conversation at times. The good news is that we are now also on iTunes.
Woohoo!
We were verified on Friday afternoon, so you can now subscribe to us on iTunes if that is your preferred podcatcher of choice.
We're bona fide.
We're bona fide. Now we have to get on, TuneIn.
Yeah, the one that I use on my
Stitcher.
Android phone, I can't find us yet.
I haven't submitted us.
Well.
I wanted to see if we'd last a week.
Wait, are we still talking about the podcast?
I'm not talking about the podcast. And last but not least, we had a giveaway.
Yeah.
We had a giveaway with many entries, which was exciting. I was hoping that we'd at least get 3 entries so we could give out 3 prize packs.
And I didn't even put my name in for it.
You didn't. I was very proud of you for that.
I wanted to.
But we'd like to recognize the 3 people that were randomly selected using Rafflecopter, and those people are Samantha, Melanie F.H., and Nikki H. And we will be reaching out to you as soon as possible to find out a way to send you our Disney swag pack.
I haven't even seen this. What is our swag pack? What is this?
It's a
surprise.
surprise.
Is it somewhere in the house?
Yes.
Are you just pulling things together that we own and giving it to them?
I'm taking forks and writing Disney on them.
A plastic fork when we put some eyeballs on it?
Drawing a picture of a bowler hat with our logo on it.
Excellent.
But no, we'll get that to you as soon as possible. But thank you again to everyone that entered the giveaway and tweeted and liked things and shared things. Thank you very much for doing all that. I'd say it's high time to get to the news clips of the week. What say you?
I say yay.
This is the Global Broadcasting Service, serving remote outposts since 1928.
Good news, everybody. Last week we talked about a rumor that the seas and the land were set for demolition. But the good news is that the seas and the land are safe for now.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Oh, no.
You said the good news is they're safe. See, I disagree.
I know.
I think they need to go.
Maybe if you reach out to Bob Iger.
I'm sorry, who?
Bob Iger, the head of Bob Iger. What am I saying wrong?
Oh, Bob Disney.
Bob Disney.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I didn't understand what you said. It's Bob Disney. Thank you.
The third Disney brother that no one talks about.
Bap.
Maybe you could reach out to Bob Iger as Harrison Ford.
Maybe. Tear down. Oh, that was Little Reagan. I went a Little Reagan on that
You
one.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
But according to Walt Disney World today, there are big plans for Epcot. We do have new pavilions joining, like the Play-themed Pavilion and the Guardians of the Galaxy-themed roller coaster. But the land and the seas with Nemo and friends are planned to be with us into the future.
And I also read this week that they've already starting construction on the opening, where the people come in.
Yes, the monoliths are being torn down. That's where people could donate money and get their name on the opening portion of Epcot. If you could have another country in that space, what would it be?
Oh, that's easy. Wakanda.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, Wakanda. Wakanda should totally be a land.
But then you couldn't see it. It's been there the whole time.
It's been there
Brilliant.
the whole time.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I'm going to walk straight into the dead area this time we go, and I'm going to disappear, and I'm going to be in Wakanda.
But you know from the Avengers films, if you're just a little bit off in your calculations of where you enter, you get fried.
True. Yeah, it's worth it. Worth it. Wakanda forever.
Wakanda. 2020 vacation packages for Disney World are going to be available June 18th. So far, the past couple months, you have not been able to book a package. You've been able to book a hotel room only, but no packages. So the packages are going to be valid for arrivals January 1st through December 31st, 2020. Important to note that the last date of your vacation cannot be booked more than 499 days in the future.
499 days.
I know. Well, I mean, if you think about it, if you're going to take a huge trip, you know you're going to go in 2 years, you start plotting your details now, especially if you have to save up for it and get all the things together. Yeah.
Okay.
This is maybe my favorite news article of the week, talking about weird, amazing new tech coming to the Disney parks. Over the past few years, we've seen and heard about these new advancements coming. You and I have seen the first one, which was really stinking cool.
And we were there by chance. We happened to see this.
Yes, not even knowing that this was a show at the time. Aerial drones are coming to the show Epcot Forever, which is going to be the new show in place of Illuminations when it closes in late September. These drones were used in the holiday show Short-Lived at Disney Springs. And we were having dinner one night, I think it was Wolfgang Puck Grand Cafe, and we were sitting there by the window and we looked up at the sky and went, oh my God, there's like 10 airplanes out. No, there's 20. No, and it kept multiplying and multiplying, and we figured out it was a really cool holiday drone show. Right. Set to music, and the drones would make holiday images. And
we were told at the time that it was a trial that they were doing to see if the technology would actually work.
And it did. Yeah, absolutely. A little freaky that you wouldn't have been able to see all those drones until they lit up.
Right.
They were just there in the sky.
Yeah.
But it was so dark you couldn't see. So that's one new piece of tech. The second new piece we kind of already knew about was a twisting roller coaster system. A twisting roller coaster system coming to Epcot. You can probably guess what this is going to be for Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the track is going to let you turn in on the track as the ride
so
goes on.
not only will the track twist and turn, but the car on the track will twist.
The car
and
will turn. The track will. Well, yeah. I mean, if you're talking about like loop to loops and corkscrews and stuff like that, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that'll be pretty cool. This one is a little freaky. Not sure how they're going to implement this one.
Okay.
They're going to have mood sensors on rides that will affect your path. Apparently, they're going to be able to monitor your heart rate, your mood, if you're feeling agitated, if you're calm, and this will affect where you go on the ride.
Okay, so let's take a number of years ago, we went on Everest. You and I did. And you and I had two different rides.
We did?
Yeah,
oh, we did.
Because you sat next to somebody who was miserable and crying and upset. So, on a ride like this, what happens when you are having the time of your life, but the person next to you is wetting themselves?
They get ejected from the ride.
Oh, that makes sense.
Shot out like a catapult.
That makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. What was your experience like? Did you have
I didn't wet myself.
No, I know, but the person next to you, because we were split up, we did single rider.
Well, yeah, no. Kate had a woman next to her that was younger and that she was petrified and screaming and crying.
And I also could not talk to her because
there was a language
she
barrier.
did not speak my language, and I did not speak hers.
And I was, and we were on the same system, the same ride, but different cars. So I had a great time. But so my question still remains: if they're going to modify this ride to meet the mood of the people on the ride, how are they going to do that?
They take the average.
Average, everyone's
This person
happy.
over here is melting down. This person is having time of their life. Well, we'll put them on the middle path.
Interesting.
How very zen.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting to see how they do that.
How do they gauge that? How are they going to tap into your heartbeat?
Your wristband, the bands.
Oh my God, you're right. Wow, wow, wow.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Because it already can take pictures of you without you knowing. So
Yeah.
why not a picture of your heartbeat?
Sure, why not?
And the last one that I think you'll get a good giggle out of is they're going to implement gaze tracking onto rides.
Oh, that's really nice.
Why?
So they know when the homosexuals get on the rides and they can see.
Not gaze tracking. Gaze with a Z.
Oh, that's much different.
Yes.
Oh, that's much different.
They're going to track where your eyes look on rides.
I like my idea better.
And then what I'm assuming the animatronics will then be able to watch you.
Ugh.
Kind of like the ones that they already do in Haunted Mansion, but that's a different kind of tack that they use. So that they'll be, and maybe even be able to engage with you with conversation. Who knows?
So they could say, "Hey, buddy, you look blue. You should cheer up.
Hey, you should go on a different path. You look like you're melting down."
Hey, not only do you look gay, but you look happy."
Gaze tracking. It was pretty smart, Disney, to write it that way. I personally would love for the Shaman of Souls on the Navi River Journey to strike up a conversation with me.
I feel like he did the one time we were on
It's
that
a
ride.
girl. It's a girl.
I'm sorry, I did not look. I did not look. I'll be very honest. I did not see anything to indicate one way or the other.
There are going to be new holiday offerings for all 4 parks, not just Animal Kingdom, which we
thank
mentioned
God.
last week. Magic Kingdom will introduce a brand new fireworks show for the holidays. Epcot has their traditional candlelight processional.
Hang on a second. How would you like to be in charge of developing a new fireworks show and pitching it to the guys? Like, okay, all right. You know how last year we did boom, 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 boom? This year is going to be boom, 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 boom.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's Christmassy.
Yeah. I think it's all based around the music.
Boom, boom.
Or maybe it's based around the ba-bum-bums, and then they find music to pair with it.
The boom, bumps. Yeah, I would hate to be that guy.
I'm sure it starts with...
How does it start?
I feel... starts with a low, sultry bass line. And then there's like the fireworks that crackle, that go. No, I think it must start like they would film a music video. They think about the concept of the song paired with imagery that is probably projected on the castle, and then the fireworks probably come in like, third. They don't think about. I don't know. I'd like to talk to someone that does that for a living.
Okay, out there, find us somebody.
Yes, I'd love to interview you. Along with that, the candlelight processional at Epcot, there will also be holiday kitchens this year, which it sounds like it's going to be similar to what they offered during Food and Wine and the garden show, where there's special kiosks set up for special treats. You can also meet Santa at the American Pavilion.
I know him.
Hollywood Studios. There's going to be a show called Sunset Season's Greetings projected on the Tower of Terror. And for a special treat, at the end of the Frozen sing-along, Olaf will deliver the finale. Patrick, what will that entail?
Well, so hang on a minute. Olaf delivers the finale of the Christmas story?
The Frozen sing-along. They're going to let Olaf deliver the finale this year. Sounds like he might even be there.
Oh, I believe this time we're going to get finally the conclusion to Olaf's story.
Which is?
That he melts.
Elsa just forgets to reincarnate him over and over again.
Yep.
She just forgets one day.
And then we hear a very sad and very sorrowful goodbye. Oh. As Olaf drifts into, and then evaporates so that he cannot come back ever
just
again.
The coal and the carrot on stage.
Love you all. Oh.
Kids are in tears.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays.
And then Harrison Ford comes out and goes, the end.
I like that idea. I hope that happens.
All right.
We're getting some really cool updates for summer at Hollywood Studios. First of all, the ABC Commissary has just reopened after a period of renovation. It's going to start serving as an advanced dining reservation restaurant. So you'll be able to reserve a table there and eat some, I'm hoping, higher quality food.
So, okay, so let's take this one step further. If this was a character meet and greet, what ABC characters would you want to meet and eat and greet in the commissary?
Hands down, Bob Disney.
No, are there any other ABC? Okay.
Shonda Rhimes.
Is there anything on ABC TV anymore?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah, Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, what's that?
What's that?
Dr. McDreamy died and I stopped watching.
Spoiler alert!
He died like
he did
16
die like
years ago.
5 years ago. It's been on air for 37 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's not going to be a character, but if it had to be.
All right, so let's turn this over to our listeners.
Yeah, that's a great question.
If you had a character meet and greet in the ABC commissary, who would you want to meet and greet? And how would it be done? Would they be wearing cartoon heads?
Kiefer Sutherland from Designated Survivor.
No, but it really wouldn't be them. It would have to be somebody in their cartoon head.
So someone as Kiefer Sutherland in a cartoon body?
Yes.
I could get behind that.
Literally.
That. Yeah, absolutely. At the Magic Kingdom, Villains After Hours has opened finally and is running throughout the summer. This is a special ticketed event, kind of like Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party and the Halloween Party, that you can get access to the Magic Kingdom from the hours of 10 until 1. There are a lot of cool things happening with this experience. The first thing is that there's a brand new show called Villains Unite the Night. The dragon, Maleficent, is roaming around freely the grounds of Magic Kingdom. Usually she just appears in the Festival of Fantasy Parade, so you'll get a chance to see her after hours. There's a dance party at the main castle stage. There have been villainous additions to Pirates of the Caribbean and Space Mountain. There's featured food and beverage for purchase, but there's also complimentary food and drink along with exclusive event merchandise at the event. At Epcot, a new round of candlelight processional narrators were announced. We are going to see Whoopi Goldberg narrate the show.
Now, I hear you do a good Whoopi Goldberg impersonation.
If it includes singing from Sister Act, then yes. But I'm not going to touch that one with a 50-foot pole.
All right.
Oh, no. I can't do this. I'm sorry. This is fine for covering a little bulge, but now I've got holster hips.
Pat Sajak from Wheel of Fortune will be there from December 16th to the 18th. Stephen Curtis Chapman from December 22nd to the 24th. And Edward James Olmos from the 25th to the 26th. So that's there'll be more announced, but that's just one round. The Candlelight Processional is performed 3 times per night at 5, 6:45, and 8:15. You can guarantee seating if you book a breakfast, lunch, or dinner package at select Epcot eateries. I would say that if you want to do this, reservations are highly recommended and can be made up to 180 days prior to your visit. You can start booking these things on July 3rd. There will be new fireworks for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. We mentioned this before. You'll be able to celebrate the magic of Christmas with medleys from beloved holiday songs from Joy to the World and Deck the Halls to Up on the Housetop and We Wish You a Merry Christmas. There will also be a fireworks dessert party available. Listen. I got an idea. What was that? Someone cracked their neck?
Oh, dear.
Oh, boy. No. Is Olaf.
Oh, no.
Every show will end with Olaf's demise.
Differently.
In different ways.
Different ways.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's like that one cell phone game that was popular a couple years back, like 100 Ways to Die.
Yes. Oh,
just throw Olaf in there. For PhotoPass, there are 3 shots available for Pride Month. If you're in the Magic Kingdom, you can find a photographer that has special props. They have a Mickey Mouse rainbow prop, a rainbow umbrella, and on Saturday evenings, they'll even put a digital rainbow light painting behind your photo. In the merchandise world, there is a brand new Wishables collection inspired by The Little Mermaid. The Wishables collection are tiny little stuffed animals that are being themed. There has been a set for the Haunted Mansion, and now you're going to be able to buy Ariel along with Flounder, Ursula, Sebastian, and Scuttle. So those will be available in the parks. There is a new Toy Story pop-up shop in Hollywood Studios. This is to celebrate the opening of Toy Story 4, and it's located at the exit of Toy Story Midway Mania. If you're a Disney Vacation Club member, you can now get your own button. The Dream It Forward button can be picked up at the DVC kiosks, DVC resorts, or the DVC member lounge in the upstairs part of the Imagination Pavilion in Epcot. I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too.
Let's talk about some food.
All right.
We invite you to relax. Just pull up a chair as the dining room proudly presents your dinner.
Good news, Patrick. I'm so excited for this. If this is not the best news clip of the entire week, I don't know what is.
Okay.
The Cronut lives. The croissant donut that we had during the Garden Festival last year.
Yeah.
It's still available in Epcot. It's
Okay.
not. It's no longer a specialty thing. It's living at the Electric Umbrella.
And I'm sure they're going to charge $30 for it.
Nope, only $5.59 or a snack
$5.59?
credit.
Oh,
it's huge.
Even better.
Yeah, we'll use a snack
Did we
credit.
talk about that last time with the
We
snack
did
credits?
not. I think we might have said like it's an honorable mention because it's only seasonal.
Well, not anymore.
We're going to get that. I have some new details on the Japanese restaurant coming to Epcot, Takumite, which, speaking of the name, Patrick, what's that translate to?
Say it again?
Takumite.
Well, that means all worries.
Why does it mean all?
All worries.
Why does it mean all
So
worries?
many worries.
Why?
Because it sounds like a kumatata.
Takumite.
Takumite. What an
It
awful
means-
phrase.
Worry for the rest of your days.
Worried for the rest of your days.
Olaf should be worried because his days are numbered, apparently.
Every day is numbered.
Yes. Guests at this new restaurant will dine in one of 5 rooms inspired by the natural elements of the world: water, wood, earth, stone, or washi paper. The chef's table inside the restaurant will feature an exclusive menu. It's going to be included in the water room, a space designed to immerse diners in a tranquil setting that reflects the balance between nature and Japanese art.
See, a water room for me means something different.
What does that mean?
Means where I go to the bathroom,
Where you make the water.
where I make the water.
As Daenerys Targaryen would say on Game of Thrones.
Make the water.
I have to go make water. No, I hope it's not that kind of water room. Good news, everybody. Good news.
Good news, everybody.
Breadsticks are back at Catalina Eddie's in Hollywood Studios, and as Patrick would like to point out, it's worth a snack credit. You can get 4 breadsticks and a side of Caesar dressing for dipping, or you can buy it for $4.99.
More carbs, more carbs,
That's a great
more
snack
carbs,
credit.
more carbs.
There is a new seasonal tart at Woody's Lunchbox in Toy Story Land.
Oh, we don't call her that. We call her Bo Peep.
That's actually really good. She's also available. Oddly enough.
A seasonal tart.
Great timing. There is also a really cute looking Forky Eclair that is available in Hollywood Studios for $5.99 or a snack credit. But not to be outdone, if you go over to the Golden Oak Outpost, you can get loaded onion rings.
Hello.
These rings. Why are you misdoubtfiring me?
I'm not Mrs. Doubtfiring.
What was that?
Hello. The Outpost from Frozen.
That's different.
Oh,
this is like
sorry.
this is like, Western.
Okay.
Not-
Hello.
Howdy.
Oh, thank you.
Again, you still sound like Miss Doubtfire.
Hello.
Oh, add that to the list.
I got 2.
You got Harrison Ford and Robin Williams doing Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, that's not Disney. I can't do that.
These rings are nicely golden and crispy and topped with yummy cheese sauce. They are also covered with golden rings with loads of bacon bits and garnished with green onions. You're not a fan of onion? Oh, you don't like onions.
I do like onions.
You don't like when I eat onions.
I don't like when you eat onions.
I like onions a
You
lot.
love
They're
onions.
like my favorite vegetable apart from Brussels sprouts. This dish is available for $6.99. Oh, this sounds amazing. Frosé is now available in the France Pavilion at Epcot. This delicious frozen beverage is made with frozen Côte de Provence rosé, vodka, and peach. It's $12, and I heard it's worth every penny. We're going to get one. This is one that's right up your alley, and I thought it's very appropriate for you because you are a father. The Dad Stack is now available at Wine Bar George in Disney Springs for Father's Day, but also it will be included in their Wine Country Brunch, which is a new offering. The Dad Stack, are you ready for this? Features 7 layers. Well, first of all, before I tell you the 7 layers, if you had to think of a sandwich with 7 layers, what would those 7 layers be if it could be the perfect sandwich for you? 7 layers of what?
Good gravy. 7 layers. Let's see. That would be the lettuce.
That's what you would pick? If you could put anything on a sandwich as lettuce, that's your first pick?
And then, I don't know. It would be all meat. It would just be 7 layers of meat, honestly. It was
Just no bread.
No bread.
So keto friendly.
That's right. No bread, some cheese, and then the rest of it would be meat.
So how would you hold? You wouldn't hold it. You would just use a fork and a
I'd
knife.
just dig my face right in the middle of it and like
Plant
motorboat it.
Oh. Well, maybe you'll motorboat the Dad Stack, which sounds weird. But
Oh dear.
Oh, boy.
Oh no. Why would you say that?
just came out.
Oh man.
The Dad Stack
I'm uncomfortable.
features 7 layers made up of, you ready for this? French toast, French fries, bacon, sausage, gravy, and chicken sausage, skirt steak, and sunny side up eggs.
Ooh, I like skirt steak.
I'm not going to lie, that does sound heavenly.
It does.
I feel like we could split it, though.
Yeah.
We could split the Dad
to,
Stack.
You like to think we can do that.
It looks huge. No, I'm not going there.
Nope.
Nope. thinking about Disneyland this week, I actually had the chance to book somebody for a stay at a Disneyland hotel expressly for the purpose of going to Galaxy's Edge.
Okay, so I'm going to stop you there because I'm sure there's other people out in the world like me.
What's that?
Disneyland is in California.
Correct.
Disney World is in Florida.
Yes.
And I have to, like, whenever we talk about these things,
To look me in the eye.
I have to, like, stare at you and be like, she said land.
Right.
And land is in California.
Yes.
Okay, so go on.
Disneyland. So a friend of mine is going to Disneyland in California, and she had me book her one night stay at Paradise Pier. And because of the one night stay, they are guaranteed a time slot for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Wow.
They had already purchased tickets. You do need admission to get in. Just because you're at the hotel does not mean you're going to get in for free. So what happens is they are then emailed a time slot on a specific day. They're not given any chance to pick. They're told. And it's a 4-hour time slot. You have to bring the email, the barcode that they give you. You must have ID that lines up. It's all very specific.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was the first time I've ever booked somebody for the express purpose of going to see Galaxy's Edge and Disneyland.
Which
in
is
California.
in California. Okay.
Yes. Right. So I'm really anxious to hear what she thinks of the whole land and the experience. She's also heading to Hollywood, Universal Studios Hollywood as well.
I want to see that.
I would too. I'm very curious to see how they do things differently. To wrap up our news segment for the day, we're going to talk about food in Disney Springs because, oh my God, Ghirardelli has what they're calling the Domingo Hot Fudge Sundae with banana. But if you order this sundae, it's $15. You also get sunglasses.
Like Ray-Bans? Or
I don't think, yes. For $15, what kind of quality Ray-Ban do you think you're going to get?
$15 worth.
Okay, the fake bands.
Yeah.
There's also special treats available at Sprinkles and Starbucks in honor of Pride Month. So please visit those two locations and try those offerings out. This is really cool because this is a place I love more and more every time I go. Wine Bar George, which is known for the wine and the really good food, is now serving ice cream with the kind of flavors like chocolate bourbon. You know you love chocolate and bourbon.
You had me at bourbon.
Exactly. Coconut avocado. I just want to try just because it's weird. Blueberry cheesecake, sorghum black pepper, and coconut chocolate almond. So drink your wine and then get your ice cream on. At Vivoli Il Gelato, there is a gelato shake, a coffee milkshake that comes with a waffle cone and a donut on top. This is called the 5-0 special.
Now, 5-0 refers to the time your heart will stop?
5 o'clock. It's when you should stop eating because it's no longer good for your arteries.
You're going to die.
And last but not least, at Sprinkles, the shop known for the ATM cupcakes, there is a special peach pie cupcake available. It's a new cupcake with a brown sugar crumb cake and a pie crust crumble. It's topped with cinnamon spiced peaches and brown sugar buttercream frosting. That one got a lot of attention on our Facebook page. We shared the article. Looks really good. In fact, I had to promise someone I would send them back a peach pie cupcake.
Who?
Not sure how I'm going to do that,
Okay.
but I will figure a way.
All right.
I'll put it in my carry-on.
All right.
Listen, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we are set to talk to you about the best breakfast in all of Disney, Expedition Breakfast. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Let's get right into our main topic for the day, which is Expedition Breakfast. We're going to talk about the best breakfast, and I had a system for ranking these because we've done a handful, but we haven't done nearly the entire gambit of breakfasts available. So I looked up like 10 different articles. I'm kind of a nerd. 10 different articles on the best breakfast, and then I made sure to note which restaurants, which breakfasts were named the most, and the ones that had the most positive comments about it. So we're going to give you a list of, I think, maybe like 8 or 9 of the really, really great ones, and then a really quick list of honorable mentions for breakfast. So the one that I'm going to put at the top, because it really was mentioned quite a lot, was Tusker House in Animal Kingdom. So if you go to Tusker House, it's a buffet. And we've done Tusker House for lunch primarily because it's a great use of a lunch credit. Even better for breakfast, and here's why. You get to meet the characters. We're talking Mickey, Goofy, Donald, Daisy, Minnie. it's an awesome breakfast. You get food from all over the world. It's amazing. What amazing dessert in the middle. But also, if you get there early enough, if you get there before the park opens, you can ride the safari early or flight of passage. You can get in line because they can't kick you out. They're there for breakfast. So you're there ahead of the rope drop people.
Cool.
Yeah. So if you can do that, do that.
That's a great tip.
Can't say enough good things. We've been there several times, and the only reason we're not going back this time is because we've done it so much. We love it so much. One that we haven't done, but I've heard many more comments about how good the food is here, is the Chip 'n Dale Harvest Feast at Garden Grill in Epcot. This is the revolving restaurant located in the land, and you get to meet Chip 'n Dale, as it says. But also you get Mickey waffles, eggs, potatoes, bacon, cinnamon bun skillets, and it's all family style, so you can ask for more. This is a great one for little kids, but I mean, you had me at cinnamon bun skillet, so
Yeah,
we
right?
should give it a try at some point. Plus, the other perk of this breakfast is that you could get into the park early and ride Soarin'. It's right there. You could go right downstairs and ride Soarin'.
Love Soren.
Yeah. Another one that we haven't done is the Akershus Royal Banquet Hall in Epcot. You get to meet princesses at this one, so it's another character breakfast, but you get eggs, bacon, sausage, potato casserole, biscuits, cinnamon rolls, or Norwegian delicacies like smoked salmon, peppered mackerel, Jarlsberg cheese, and Gjetost goat cheese.
Yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo! And if you get there early enough, perk, it's really close to frozen.
Cool.
You could beat the rope drop. Here's one I'm going to insist we try when we get there, because this is not a sit-down restaurant. This is not really, I mean, it's kind of quick service, but I wouldn't even classify it that. It's more like a snack kiosk. Sleepy Hollow in the Magic Kingdom has specialty waffles, and these look amazing. They have fresh fruit waffle sandwiches with hazelnut spread, or you could try a waffle with strawberries and whipped cream. You could even check out the funnel cakes that are there that are doughy, fresh, and piping hot. Another great breakfast available is over at the Boardwalk, and this is located at Trattoria Il Forno, and this is called the Bon Voyage Royal Breakfast. We have not done this, but it's gotten a lot of positive press. You get to meet the characters from Tangled. You get to meet Ariel and Prince Eric, and it's a really awesome sounding meal. You get a mixed berry parfait to start, or fresh fruit, along with a frying pan of pastries that gives homage to Tangled. And it includes a braided breakfast bread and clamshell pastries.
Everybody love parfait.
Everybody like a parfait.
Parfait, delicious.
You can then choose your main entree from selections like the Shipwreck al Forno, which features a calzone with scrambled eggs, soppressata, bacon, sausage, and a blend of cheeses with gravy. Another crowd favorite is the Royal Breakfast, which includes oak grilled steak, cheesy egg tort, asparagus, crispy onions, and roasted potatoes. That sounds really good.
Okay.
That sounds really good.
Right.
A lot of people say that the waffles with whipped mascarpone cheese on top are fantastic.
I bet.
Here's one that we're actually going to, but not for breakfast. We're going to be heading to Boma at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. And Boma features cold offerings for breakfast like cereals, yogurts, and various fruits, including an African fruit salad and pastries. But it also has savory warm selections, which include the African corned beef hash and turkey baboti.
Baboti, you say.
Baboti, yes. You can also enjoy a ham and turkey carving station as well as an omelet station. Apparently, they also have a specialty called the pecan caramel bread pudding that is worth trying. At the Polynesian, again, this is another little quick stop I would like to do when we're there. I know we have to plan. No, not only do we have to plan out our fast passes, we have to plan out our snacks.
Yeah, but you don't eat.
I do eat.
You don't.
I've been eating the most I've ever eaten. Oh my gosh. I've been training for Disney. That's why. At the Kona Cafe in the Polynesian, 2 words for you, my friend. Tonga toast. This giant...
Is it Tonga time?
Tonga time. It's Tonga toast. This giant banana-stuffed sourdough bread is deep-fried and dusted in cinnamon, and you can order it when dining at Kona Cafe. There's also a lot of other unique things to try, like the Loco Mono, which features a grilled hamburger patty over a bed of rice, along with...
Ooh, I want to take you to me.
Loco... Not Kokomo. Oh, I've pulled the cord. He's started. He won't stop. They have an Eggs Benedict as well, but another thing that people really talk about is the coffee at this little stop, so...
Not a coffee drinker.
Get your Tonga toast, get some coffee. I'll drink coffee for
You
both
drink
of us.
coffee.
Yes. This one I almost didn't want to put on the list because I've heard negative things about it, but it was mentioned so often that I had to mention it. Hollywood and Vine over at Hollywood Studios. Character breakfast. And if you get there early enough, you can go right directly to Jedi training and sign up your little ones for that.
Do you want to be a Jedi?
I do. No? I do. I'm really mad that it's only for kids 12 and under. I've always been really mad about that.
Yeah, a little upset.
A couple other places that we won't go into a lot of detail about, we'll at least mention. The Crystal Palace in Magic Kingdom is a character meal. Ohana was something that I did last summer. Character meal, Lilo Stitch, and Mickey and Minnie. Family-style platters, but you also get the amazing view of the Magic Kingdom, and you get to experience the beautiful grounds at the Polynesian. Along with that, on the monorail is Chef Mickey's over at the Contemporary. This is another character meal. Yeah. I know that you didn't really care for our dinner, but it has a buffet with pancakes, ham, cheese scramble, cheesy potato casserole, kielbasa sausage, carved ham, and, of course, Mickey waffles.
So he can't make a decision?
What's that?
You said Mickey waffles.
Thanks, Dad.
Okay.
It's close to Father's Day. I'll let you slide on that one.
Thank you.
Couple of honorable mentions, and you can look these up. We're not going to go into extreme detail, but 1900 Park Fair at the Grand Floridian apparently has one of the best Eggs Benedicts on property. Be Our Guest in the Magic Kingdom. Cape May Cafe at Beach Club. Sasagula Floatworks and Factory over at Port Orleans French Quarter.
Can you say that one again?
Sasagula.
Sasagula. All right.
Trails End over at Wilderness Lodge, and the Grand Floridian Cafe at the Grand Floridian. Yeah. So that was the best of the best that we found from our research. But did we miss any? Have you had a breakfast on site that is worth repeating over and over again? Or have you had a bad breakfast experience and will never go back to one of these places? Let us know on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. You can join in the action on our Facebook page. We always love to hear from people.
Now, traditionally, you and I don't really get into doing like the sit down or the fast serve. I mean, we usually go to the places in the resorts and grab a little something on the go.
Typically, yes, but not this time.
Oh boy,
not this time. We're going to be. I have a plan. I'm really excited for our plan.
So 300-pound Patrick is coming back.
Listen, if you gain that much weight in one trip, it's not humanly possible.
Oh, challenge accepted.
There you go. Now I got you on board to eat all this with me. Thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in again, guys. We'll see you next week for episode 3. And again, if you ever need travel assistance in going to Disney World, please let me know. I am an authorized Disney vacation planner with The Vacationeer. You can find me on Facebook, Kate the Vacationeer, or on Twitter at Vacationeer Kate.
And I'm Patrick.
And this is Patrick. And we run this podcast called Earful.
Right into the ground.
Please join us for next week's episode, due out next Tuesday. Bye.